he changed Buddhism.
Yeah.
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 And the fact that we are here practicing the way that we are and with this kind of heart and tears and joy and uh, the children were included and that the world was included and suffering and bombs and tea and tangerines and is that maybe we take that for granted a little bit at this point, maybe I don't, because he changed the whole world for us. So, and you bring that forward through your presence and your teaching. So I'm just so grateful.
Yeah. Engaged Buddhism.
Yeah.
Engaged Buddhism. You know, he was and experimenting and creating music and creating
Mm.
really a poet. You know, he said one time, um, people ask me why I garden because I'm a poet and a writer. And so why don't I just write? And he said, well, but if I don't garden and if I don't live mindfully and grow my vegetables, I can't write poetry.
They're interconnected.
Yeah.
They inter are.
So how amazing that we don't have to go off to a monastery, although I've gone off to a monastery and it's a wonderful thing to do. I highly recommend it, and you don't have to go off to a monastery. It's right here. You don't need anything more than this very life and this very breath and lotus blossoms under your feet. So we're going to do a memorial service, and um, there's going to be a food offering. I just
Tangerine.
and sweet tea, a cup of tea. And in here is rice, and we'll dedicate it to may all beings everywhere have enough to eat. May all beings everywhere know the joy of a life that's safe and happy. So in a moment, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to move the camera so that you can see the altar and the bowing mat. This is what we'll do. You can stand up with me if you want and do three full bows. There'll be bells. You can do seated bows. You can do no bells. Please enjoy your body and your breath and exactly what wants to be expressed in this moment. Then I will do three more bows, and I will do. I love to bow. To me, it's my walking meditation is just bow. Uh, and then I will do a short Dharma statement acknowledging Thai, and then Chelsea will chant, and Debbie will put in the uh, Debbie will put on the shared screen. It's the it's the translation of the Heart Sutra that Thai did in 2014, and please chant along. He was amazingly fearless in that if he didn't think these ancient sutras were right, he changed them. I mean, that's how bold and fearless and uh, deep. He was a scholar. You can trust Ty's uh, scholasticism. He was the real deal. So Chelsea will chant his translation of the Heart Sutra. Then Erica will chant uh,
It's
no,
called
no coming,
Contemplation, No Coming, No Going.
no coming, no going. I'll do a dedication of merit, and Debbie will chant the Bodhisattva vows, and we'll do some more vows, and we all will have entered nirvana and enlightenment and Thai and the whole world, and all the Buddhas will be happy that we just wholeheartedly gave ourselves to this. So that's the plan. And okay, so let me see. Okay, so this is going to take just a moment here. Oh, and I forgot to say that Chelsea will do beautiful bells. I mean, not Chelsea, Constance. She's been practicing very hard because she really loves these bells. Dear Thai, Thich Nhat Hanh, beloved teacher, monk, and Buddha, has departed this world, though as he timelessly reminds us that he did not die and he is not gone. Your words, I am life without boundaries. I have never been born and I have never died. You, dear Thai, one of the great teachers of our age, you endured great suffering, war, exile, and you continuously gave your wisdom and your heart fully to this world with profound and simple teachings that opened Buddhism and the heart of the way for us all. May we walk together always with calm, and breath, and love, feeling our feet on this great earth, devoted to practicing forever with you and with and for all beings. We are so grateful for your teachings.
The insight that brings us to the other shore. Avalokiteshvara, while practicing deeply with the insight that brings us to the other shore, suddenly discovered that all of the five skandhas are equally empty. And with this realization, he overcame all ill being. Listen, Shariputra, this body itself is emptiness, and emptiness itself is this body. This body is not other than emptiness, and emptiness is not other than this body. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. Listen, Shariputra, all phenomena bear the mark of emptiness. Their true nature is the nature of no birth, no death, no being, no non-being, no defilement, no purity, no increasing, no decreasing. That is why in emptiness, body, feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness are not separate self-entities. The 18 realms of phenomena, which are the 6 sense organs, the 6 sense objects, and the 6 consciousnesses, are also not separate self-entities. The 12 links of interdependent arising and their extinction are also not separate self-entities. Ill-being, the causes of ill-being, the end of ill-being, the path, insight, and attainment are also not separate self-entities. Whoever can see this no longer needs anything to attain. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Bodhisattvas who practice the insight that brings us to the other shore see no more obstacles in their mind. And because there are no more obstacles in their mind, they can overcome all fear, destroy all wrong perceptions, and realize perfect nirvana. All Buddhas in the past, present, and future, by practicing the insight that brings us to the other shore, are capable of attaining authentic and perfect enlightenment. Therefore, Shariputra, it should be known that the insight that brings us to the other shore is a great mantra, the most illuminating mantra, the highest mantra, a mantra beyond compare, the true wisdom that has the power to put an end to all kinds of suffering. Therefore, let us proclaim a mantra to praise the insight that brings us to the other shore. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisva. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisva. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisva.
Contemplation on no coming and no going. This body is not me. I am not limited by this body. I am life without boundaries. I have never been born and I have never died. Look at the ocean and the sky filled with stars, manifestations of my wondrous true mind. Since before time I have been free. Birth and death are only doors through which we pass, sacred thresholds on our journey. Birth and death are a game of hide and seek. So laugh with me, hold my hand, let us say goodbye. Say goodbye to meet again soon. We meet today, we will meet again tomorrow. We will meet at the source every moment. We meet each other in all forms of life.
Debbie, let's take down the shared screen and then we can be with the altar. Yeah. Sharing the merit, always. Reciting the sutra, practicing the way of awareness, gives rise to benefits without limit. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. Today we dedicate the merit of our practice to the safe passage of great teacher Thich Nhat Hanh. May he be born now in the shoreland, in the heart of a lotus flower. In the moment when the lotus blooms, he is free in the reality of no birth and no dying. May Buddhas and Bodhisattvas be his companion on the wonderful path of practice. Following his inspiration, may we end all afflictions so that understanding can arise. The obstacles of wholesome acts be dissolved, and the fruit of awakening be fully realized.
Beings are numberless. I vow to save them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to end them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. Buddha's way is unsurpassable. I vow to become it. All Buddha's 10 directions 3 times. Honored ones, bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, Mahaprajna Paramita.
The Buddhas live on through us. This isn't just some idea. This is an alive, embodied practice. Thai wholeheartedly embodied the teachings for all of us. So may we, as we go on through our evening and our days and our life, remember our inter-be, past, present, future, children, grandchildren, 7 generations. Let's practice joyfully together as if the whole world depended on it, which just means let's just manifest the deepest love as much as we can in our actions of body, speech, and mind. So deep gratitude to each of you, all of you. I think that's maybe enough. So